So this is based off of blog 63, kind of in a continuum, if you will. Once I parked and then I went into Walmart, immediately I had a frequency piece or a frequency deal, kind of where people will walk around with black and blue in pairs. So you go in there and immediately you're inundated with people, strangers who you don't know. Again, you have no clue who these people are, but they know who you are. You're on candid camera 24/5, 367. Okay, they know you're entering and they've staged to be in your presence amongst your visual field. Okay, in black and blue pairs. Okay, around the produce section, when you look down the hall, going towards all the aisles, the corridor, you got a couple of people standing side by side with a black shirt, blue shirt. Look over to the hygiene pharmacy direction, black shirt, blue shirt. Okay, and then you go in there and these people do this dumb shit with your cart. Say you leave your cart for half of a second just to the side of the aisle, right? Or maybe you're in the produce section and you just need to like go look around the little aisle real quick, or a couple aisles, and you just left your cart right there. When you come back, they will stage their carts by you to see if you're going to make a mistake, and they try to feast on your mind while you're busy doing stuff, looking at your list. And then what happens is they'll bump your cart just a little bit and move it just a little. Okay, when you come back, they'll do whatever it takes to antagonize you or make you make a mistake, basically. And maybe you'll grab their cart. And they'll do this, I notice, as one of their tactics to see if you're going to grab. And what they've done is they've facilitated this relaxation, if you will. What we've done is we've taken a little less of the vehicular harassment, thinking that because you made a post yesterday about everything and you said stop, right? You said stop harassing you and all this bullshit. Like, okay, we're going to stop, even though you fucking haven't, clearly, by when I woke up and there's this gray silver vehicle here intercepting me. Clearly you haven't fucking stopped. Okay. But the fact that there's no red vehicles and things are lessened, it seems, right? There's no inundation or convoys of red vehicles on the way here. When you parked, there wasn't an inundation of red vehicles in the parking lot, all that bullshit. So it seems like it's a little less. So what we do, we shave a little off of your mental state, right? We shave a little off of the abuse. Let's see if he's going to fuck up. Let's get him to fuck up a little bit and fuck around with him. That's exactly what's going on. So I'm in there and I just went around the corner just a little bit, left my cart on the side a little bit. As I turn around, I'm reading instructions or something. I forgot, either the checklist on my groceries or something. But I turn around and make a few paces to go back to my cart. And all of a sudden, I'm inundated with multiple carts all around me, in front of me. And one of them directly in front of me. And they deliberately put the same amount of produce in their cart to make it look as if it was my cart. I've had my hands like this looking at it. I almost hesitated to grab it, but I didn't. And then I turned and I went into my cart. But they're always trying to make mistakes at all fucking times. Matter of fact, on this, I'm going to go to one of my side hustles and talk about that on my next vlog. So stay tuned on that. And I'm going to explain what's going on in the workplace setting that they do all the time to try to get you to make mistakes all the time. So after they do that, I'm walking, and pretty soon what they'll do is if you didn't make the mistake, if you didn't fuck up and make a mistake, then what they'll do is they'll have these big guys that are all like 6'2", 6'3", okay, start hovering all over you, like hovering around in your visual field to intimidate you and make you feel lesser of a man, to make you feel subordinate and inferior, right? It's just whatever fucking it takes for them to put you in a mental state, okay, of inferiority and subordination and fucking oppression. So if we didn't get you to make a mistake by literally tracking you and following you around and ambushing you, we're just going to have a bunch of guys with what you think have big dicks, okay, And we're going to have all these people who appear to have power, okay, stand and hover around you. Okay, stand and hover around you, and we're going to use these guys who are all bigger, who we put in your mind and have facilitated using this crowd influence and crowd control to intimidate you, to make you feel that there's somebody bigger and better out there because we couldn't get you to fuck up with your cart dilemma. We're going to do that instead. And this is a common tactic of abuse, is to take these big dudes, and it's not like you're walking into a crowded space and you got a sparsely intermittent crowd. This is not like that. This is a circus / carnival where these people are orchestrating like you're on candid camera, like life is a fucking joke to them, like you're a game to them. That's what this is. You are a physical game to these people. They don't give two shits about you, okay? And you've always been a game, okay? So what they do is they take these dudes that are all 6 foot plus, and they will inundate your visual field and inundate your social space with these big dudes to intimidate you. Okay? If you're, and whatever it takes, just whatever the fuck it takes for them to get you in a frame of mind of inferiority, okay, and to punk you, that's what they do. And that's exactly what happened. Everything is always a time-based. It's always literally candid camera, just like the show back in the 90s and the 80s, where they would sit this victim down and they would have a camera, and the entire social space, whether it be in the park, whether it be in the restaurant, whether it be at the wherever, the gas station, the whatever you can think of, anywhere, everywhere, they will sit the victim down, and then they will start harassing, intimidating, and creating this social fucking fabricated scenarios of abuse, intimidation, humility, whatever it fucking takes, okay? And they've got it down to the T, because now they can hear everything that I say. I have no privacy whatsoever. I can't go anywhere without them clearly intercepting me. Obviously, you see that on the video in the past, all of my vlogs that are specific to vehicular harassment, okay? So I go about my shopping, and what they'll also do is they'll take these women who I don't know. I don't know who these women are. But again, they know me. And it doesn't matter where I am. They'll take somebody, and in the very beginning of entering in this case, the grocery store, they'll take that person and they'll start you with them in the very beginning of the store. Maybe walking in, or maybe getting the cart, right? And they'll have whatever unique, physical attribute or whatever. But it's usually a female, typically. And what'll happen is you'll go about doing your daily little grocery checkoff and getting odds and ends throughout the whole store. They'll take that one person and they'll have them stalk you throughout different portions of the store. It'll be on the days that you have to get multiple things from different corners of the store. So even though you're traversing the entire store, which makes the least amount of sense, they'll make sure that that person is in your visual field, or you run into that person multiple times, and then you run into them at checkout. And they'll do that to fucking harass you. They'll take one stranger who you don't know, but they are exclusively tasked, to make sure that they harass you, okay? And even though probability tells you that if I'm going through all corners of the store to getting something from the automotive section, getting something from personal care, getting something from the grocery section and the frozens, and then getting something from the bakery, okay, I shouldn't see that person half a dozen times and then meet me at the checkout. This is one of the abuse type of tactics that I notice goes on as well. So That was today, just going to the fucking grocery store. Just going to the grocery store. Okay. Inundation of vehicles, going in and having shit always on this semantic, candid camera bullshit, always this sleight of hand type scenarios, this sleight of hand abuse. Okay. Always trying to fuck around with your mental state at all fucking times. I get out and you see, I believe vlog 63. The red vehicle is parked beside me, especially the red truck specifically, who for some reason felt it was a great opportunity to park where there was a pole. Makes zero sense. Obviously, there's intent to harass me.